Everybody watched this first episode separately because everybody was nervous, but the second episode, they liked it. They liked the way they looked. They presented them correctly and everything. So
even when you do like movies and stuff, do you find yourself going in separate directions so that instead of seeing it all as one gang, at a premiere?
No. Movies and stuff where there's just me acting, the girls, people come out and they've been supportive of what I'm doing. But stuff we're trying to work together. It's like having a regular job. You and your wife try to have a job together, and it's like, I got to be here with you, then we got to go home, especially if she's like your boss. And you got to get home and like, you're not the man in the house. I make the money. Things men can never say. But I say like regular work, like I'm supportive of things they do separately and their clothing lines and the things they're trying to build separately. But coming together to try to get something done is always going to be difficult.
But it's all about marketing though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think a great way of marketing is what people do as far as like, that's why the arguments work on those reality shows, stuff like that. But we don't argue about anything on the show, which makes it a little bit more, it's not sold like that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I just don't want to sell that kind of show on TV, right. And it's been done 2 billion times.
What is the one thing that you want to try to kind of bring in there that's unique then?
The fact that comedians, I just really want to show the life of a comic, at home, and how everything's usually not that funny, and sometimes the people around you are funnier than you are.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, because you're surrounded by people that help bring out your funny.
Or you take stuff what they think is very serious and you take it to the stage, and that's funny too. Sometimes your girl just being mad at you or breaking the plate is just hilarious to me.
Don't you just love that?
That's why I keep paper plates and plastic.
I'll laugh at my boss because he'll sit there, he's all upset and stuff, and I'll just start laughing because it's entertaining to me.
It is, and that's the craziness about us, man.
Is it a dark side that we just know we know that it's gone to that level and we know how to get out of it, or what is the reason that we find it to be humorous?
I think you just said it. I think we know that we can, for ourselves, we can just roll out of those places where you think it's hilarious to people who don't know how. It's like messing with a cop, busting a cop's. He's messing with you at the window, and you're thinking it's funny. You're getting this ticket. You're just speeding, almost killing people, and you think it's hilarious. Like, just give me my damn ticket. I think this is funny that you wasting your time with me, and and they don't think it's funny. You're right. I think we just figure we know the way out of this maze of craziness, maze of madness, and they don't see it right away. People don't just see it like it's not that serious, So
now, how has the stand-up kind of changed now that you've had those cameras in front of you all the time now?
No, it's not changed at all. I think it's still my comedy is my comedy. It's its own entity.
So it's like going to Windows Explorer and the TV is just another envelope.
Yeah, it's the blob, man. I just absorbed the TV part of it, that part of it too, just to make me stronger. Just becoming the sponge with the comedy too. So I love. I'm crazy anyway, so it's like, dude, these cameras being on don't change a damn thing.
You got to explain the hair, though, man.
I'm just growing it. I'm not trying. There's no Samson effect. I don't think I'm getting stronger. I didn't get implants. I'm just growing my hair out, man. I just said, forget it.
Because you can.
Because I can. I don't have nothing making me not grow it. I think it's hindering me from a few roles and things I go in and people are like, it makes me look a little younger. So it's like, I can't play the dad in certain instances with this damn hair. But I just started growing it. I said, forget it. It's my life. I want to have pictures of my grandkids. I'm like, look, granddaddy had the cool haircut.
That's right. That's the truth.
Because
You want to, because have you hit that level yet where you're going, I'll give you a good example. So the competition called me up to talk about Prince yesterday.
Yeah.
And in that moment I thought, oh, I'm that guy. The old guy in the city that's going to talk about Prince. It's like, have you hit that moment yet?
Nah, not yet. Mine is more like my daughter's in high school, and I'm trying to make her, be able to still talk to me and still think dad's cool. So I need to keep the new Jordans. I need to keep the look. I need to stay a little bit hip. I think mine is more like that, like me chasing whatever it is that, so she don't end up in a weird place where she can't even talk to me. So,
did you drop her off at school?
No, hell no. My daughter stopped wanting me to take her to school. I was walking her to school when she was in probably, I can't think of what grade it was. What grade was it? But I know she let my hand go, and that broke my heart. She said, Dad, I got it from here. And I was like, whoa, all right, dude. I got mad. Like, you got your bills too? You got your Christmas stuff? Ain't no Santa Claus either,
Is she going to come up with the comedy side? Is she funny?
Yeah, she's hilarious, but I don't think she'll do acting. She's more of an athlete right now, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, basketball, track.
But you've always liked basketball. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I love basketball. She's real. She's naturally good though. She's really good at those things. So, and she get to talk to her people like the WNBA players that come to my shows. I'll like FaceTime them while she's, so she can see that I'm still like, once again, the cool dad. Trying to be the cool dad, man. That's all that matters.
Can you take the cool dad serious though?
Yeah, she has to because I'll take stuff away like in a heartbeat. I'm that dad too, But it's hard. You got to find that balance because if I don't, she's 15 years old. If I don't, then you lose them. This is the age where you lose them.
Yep. So what is it like for you to? Only because my stepdaughter's father is a record producer, and I asked him one time. I go, how come you didn't go for the fame? And he goes, no, I want to be able to walk through a mall. Do you have that problem where people go,
all day long?
Yeah.
But that's a good thing for what I do. You want to be able to sell tickets because the days where you feel low or you don't get a role and someone says, I just saw you, man. You was on TV 5 times last week. You're like, it reminds you like, oh, yeah, life is going on. I am doing okay. Because we live day to day. It's like tomorrow I might not get a role, and I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't I get it? And it's like I've gotten enough roles. If somebody was sitting at home hoping that they got 21 Jump Street, and I got it. There's someone sitting at home. I'm not in Barbershop 3, but there's someone sitting at home that wasn't in Barbershop 1 and 2. A lot of people didn't come back to those. So it's like, you just got to be happy with what you got for the moment. So people run up and like, hey, DeRay, I'm glad, because it'll be, if people don't run up to me, then something's going wrong.
But they're always reaching out to you because that's why you do so many shows. 3 shows a night.
Yeah, doing 3 shows. And this time I did 10 shows in Dallas a couple weeks ago.
Vocal cords, how are they?
By that Monday, I'm like chilling, but after start becoming like a singer, you're like, they're bad. So you're like, I'm not talking to nobody tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna keep talking real low, or I'm gonna let me start drinking my tea now to feel better.
That's usually when they'll bring in the commercial for the Charlotte Motor Speedway when I'm shot, and they'll go, we got to have this. I go, I don't have it.
Right.
And you still have to go
find
in
it.
there,
Yeah.
grind that voice and say, oh God.
Yeah, you gotta push it out, man. Well, I learned from Guy Torrey. He said, talk from your stomach.
Yep.
We never do that. You never, because you just strain your vocal cords. So learn how to talk. And if you had 3 shows, I'll pace them out pretty good. Like, the 7 o'clock's pretty hype anyway.
Yeah.
You don't got to do as much work. That middle show Saturday is crazy. That's when everybody goes, whether Joe Schmo is there, DeRay Davis, they're going to do, the Comedy Club's going to do 200 people anyway. So the people you bring just happen to be your audience and still got the hype of that Saturday night. So that was great. The one you got to really have energy for is that last show because you said the jokes a few times. You've had a few, you know what I mean? So like,
but see, going to that 3rd show, I'm expecting you to be on the edge a little bit more. To kind of cross the line a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course. It's late. People, if you're up this late, you deserve to be cursed out. You came to the late show, you deserve to hear some late night comedy.
But I want that camera on you when you come off that stage on the 3rd one. Because that to me is the real entertainer. When you can come off and still have the funny.
Yeah.
Because you're tired. Mentally you're gone.
Yeah, you are. But I mean, after my show, you feel mine is like win the championship every time. Every time I knock out a show and they're like, whether they're cheering when I'm leaving, I feel like I just really won the championship. Like they're popping the champagne, I'm like, just got through that one. I feel real good. Like I never have a show I'm like, all right, that was cool. I always feel like, man, I got through it. Even if it was a rough show or the crowd wasn't as I had a pretty tough show not too long ago. I forgot what night it was, but I feel like I really had to work.
Yeah.
It was my late show on a Friday night in Dallas. They weren't used to that they never did a midnight show on a Friday, so the crowd was new to that. So it was rough work, but I got it done, and I got off and I was like, damn, like wow, they really made me. But hey, sometimes you got to work for what you getting. Comedian's life is easy.
I always call that a Steve Harvey moment because he says that his worst night ever in comedy was right here in Charlotte. Over here at the old Coliseum, because there were 4 people before him, and by the time he got up there, that people were laughed out.
Yeah,
he says he was ready to quit, but you don't. How do you climb back on when you have a night like that?
By doing the Kings of Comedy here in Charlotte. That's what he did. He did the movie after that, and never look back. Yeah.
So, because I mean, do you ever have those moments where it's like, I'm having problems. I got to get on this horse?
No. Mine is more so once I step on stage, I'm feeling great. And then I noticed I let somebody get, like, this one lady really got to me. She was sitting on the side, and I looked at her 4 times. She had the same face. And I cracked a joke. And normally if I crack a joke and a husband laughs about a woman, man, joke, she'll hit him like playfully. This woman hit her husband like, hey, laugh at something else he says, I'm walking out of here. Like it was that. It's like they literally at home and he said, I want to see DeRay. And she was like, I don't want to see him. And he said, I went to church with you. It was like that kind of. So she really did not want to see my show. But that was that night. And I've still got through it,
I've always wanted to know what you guys do when there's a drop-dead gorgeous woman out there. And you know that if you were in public, you would say something.
Oh, yeah. Well, me, I say something. I say something. I don't keep it quiet. I'm like, hey, you in the red dress, you. Can I talk to you after this? Good. Yeah. And I get back to my set. Because she knows. She knows what she's doing up there.
So where are you headed now when it comes to, you've got the TV show, you got to have a movie coming up.
Yeah, I did Tupac. I don't know if I'm in Tupac. Getting my drama on.
Really?
I play like one of his old stepdads type of the guy who dated his mom, and he get a little bit of influence for his music. So I'm in that. That's coming up.
I still think he's alive.
Hey,
I want him to be alive.
You want him and Prince. You want them both to be alive.
Yeah. It's like wow. Those are two.
I can see him more so being alive because when somebody try to kill you twice, I would probably disappear for a little bit.
But man, that was a man that put the impact on the '90s. And Tupac was like the thing. Yeah,
for the music. I mean, in his name, people say his name now for no reason. Like you hear his name like in movies. Like who do you think you are, Tupac? Like it's like one of those things. Certain people are just iconic. Snoop Dogg, iconic. You hear his name in an Asian movie. You'll see all this subtitle and you hear Snoop Dogg. Like or Shaq, very iconic. Michael Jackson. Like some people are just like simply iconic. Like their name goes across the board. You always hear him. So yeah.
Do you want DeRay to become iconic?
I would love for it to be iconic, but I had to do some bad stuff for my name. As a comedian, I got to go completely left. It's different for me. Ain't no hit record. Like, oh my God, you hear DeRay's new hits joke? Like they don't have stuff like that. So yeah.
Have you ever sang?
A little bit. I sing a little bit. I sing all the damn time around them.
Oh, it was just
yeah. My sisters all the time before every show, sing, rap, everything. My green room is the entertainment hub of DeRay. Practice all talents in there.
So now, when you do the Tupac movie, you know that it's going to be like Compton. I mean, people are going to go to it now, expecting to have the real, authentic story shared.
Yeah.
So what was it like to be in a role like that, where you stepped into it?
Well, I feel like people have seen me do drama a lot lately, so it's more acceptable now than when a couple years ago, like 21 Jump Street was like leaning into drama, and then I've been in Empire, which you see me being dramatic, and people weren't too just judgmental. Where you think people would be very judgmental, they weren't. They were pretty open to me being in Empire and me, crossing over, because a lot of comedic actors, go into drama.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks,
Well, don't you
Goldie
think that's
Hawn.
because you live drama?
Yeah, I say yeah. I think your real life is, and plus, on stage with so many characters. If you're a true comic, you're up there being your uncle, you're up there being your aunt, you're up there being your mom, you're up there giving that in the midst of your joke. You're delivering the stage play, so all you're doing is getting lines with it and giving it to people.
So now I gotta ask you, would you go to Broadway?
I think I would if the money was right, but Broadway's like, Broadway, I heard it ain't much money unless you already made it, But if I make it, then go, yes, I would definitely do like a one-man show. I would love to do that.
I could see you on a serious role. But then, but are you at that point though where you're gonna have to be the uncle or the father or something?
Yeah, but I actually am an uncle. In the FX pilot we just shot for John Singleton, Snowfall is a very dramatic show on FX, and I'm that. I'm in the drug game, and I'm like one of the main guys. So yeah.
Man, you bring up John Singleton right away. I'm flashing back. I mean, God, you have worked with some incredible people.
Yeah, I got lucky, man.
Is that what it is?
I think people, the way I find people and people find me, of course, it's organic to anything you do in Hollywood, but I can say I've been lucky when it comes to working with those kind of people. Everything else is a blessing, like touring and being able to sell out shows, being DeRay, going on stage, doing these shows across the country, coming, doing the comedy zones and all those. Your people come to see you, so that's a blessing because you just don't expect that.
Right.
As far as meeting somebody, I'll say it's luck. Like I'm leaving out a restaurant, and this director's there. He's like, "Hey, I've been looking for you," and you don't know the person been looking for you. They're not gonna reach out because they don't want to talk to an agent. They want to talk to somebody like, "Hey, I saw your comedy show," or a big director walking to your comedy show on accident to go see somebody else.
Yeah,
a Judd Apatow, and they see you, and they're like, "That's luck,"
Right place at the right time.
Right place, right time. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So you have 6 shows in Charlotte then tonight, or not tonight, but through the weekend. So 3 tonight, 3 tomorrow.
Well, I had 2 tonight, Friday night. I got 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
I added 11:30 for tomorrow night.
Oh, see, that's a show because I know you're going to take it all the way.
Yeah.
How does somebody follow you on the line?
At DeRay Davis, DeRay Davis. And just look up DeRay Davis. You can spell it wrong. It'll fix it for you.
I love it, man. Thanks for coming.
All right, appreciate it. Again.
Thank you.